Welcome back to Pop Dissected. Today, we're going to finish analyzing Taylor Swift's sixth studio record, Reputation. If you haven't seen the first or second parts of the series, you can click here or check the links in the description. I highly recommend checking out the previous two parts, as it really sets the stage for the continuation of this discussion. As I've discussed, Reputation very much is a narrative record, with themes and storylines carried throughout its entirety. In the second part of the series, we looked at tracks 7 through 12, and today we're going to be looking at tracks 13, 14, and 15. Before we begin, be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more future content on all your favorite pop stars. So, to briefly summarize tracks 7 through 12, Taylor sings about how her new love will prevail, regardless of who or what may intervene. She reflects back on the first time she met her lover, despite already having a boyfriend. She sings of the last time she was in that situation, and if that outcome may be the same. She goes on about how she wants her relationship to remain a secret, because she's found a new love, and that's all that matters to her. She explains her worries of what may happen if people find out, but goes on to sing about how her lover has seen who she really is throughout all the backlash and hatred she's received, and in spite of all of that, he loves her for her. But that's just a brief summary. And once more, I encourage you to view the second part to truly understand the deeper complexities of all these tracks. So with that, let's begin, because it's time to take a look at This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. The track follows off the heels of Dress, a sexually charged track detailing how Taylor's lover truly loves her, despite all her mistakes and the way she's been depicted in the media. Similar to the first two tracks off Reputation, This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things is very declarative. But instead of focusing on her own reputation and, in a way, owning it, she's now belittling the drama that she's been put through. This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things, in a way, is a more lighthearted version of Look What You Made Me Do. Instead of carrying a seething attitude about how she's been done wrong by so many people, she laughs about it, and in turn, she takes away the power from those who've hurt her. The first verse particularly seems to be referring to the kind gestures Taylor has extended to those around her. Whether it be inviting guests on stage during the 1989 tour, or having her big 4th of July parties with all her friends. The verse is written in past tense, so we know these things are not what Taylor does anymore, as of this song, and instead, she's reminiscing about them. Well, why is she reminiscing? Because Taylor has been constantly criticized for her kind ways. Her invitation of having guests on stage with her during the 1989 tour was a way for Taylor to share the stage with other amazing artists, and in a way, share her own success. And her 4th of July parties were for all her friends, which would later be dubbed her squad. Taylor's acts of kindness and friendship were twisted into the idea that Taylor only does these things for her own gain, that it's all to benefit her, make her appear popular, and show she has this army of people on her side. This critique was amplified after the release of her own Bad Blood music video, in which many stated the video was a way for Taylor to appear she has more people on her side when she was feuding with Katy Perry. In the pre-chorus, Taylor lets us know that because these kind invitations have been twisted, she's stopping them now. And she did, stepping out of the public eye and no longer appearing with her friends at events. She quite literally disappeared from the public eye after the criticisms her friendships and public appearances were solely for her own image. The chorus comes across as Taylor scolding someone, and almost has a hint of immaturity to it. She patronizingly uses words such as darling and honey. This reflects the immaturity of people who have done her wrong. Because you break them, I had to take them away, further proves this point, as it's comparable to when a child does something wrong, and a parent may take away their phone, toys, or what have you. The title itself obviously shows how Taylor essentially just wants happiness and a nice life, but others around her are doing their best to ruin that for her. In the second verse, we begin to see the clear connection to Taylor's long-running feud with Kanye West and now Kim Kardashian. Get You on the Phone and Mind Twist You seems to clearly reference when Kim Kardashian posted videos of Kanye West on the phone with Taylor discussing his own song Famous, a way for Kim to express she felt Taylor was lying about not knowing of the lyrics in Famous. However, Taylor stated that Kanye never played Famous for her, and Kim was assassinating Taylor's character. Stab Me in the Back While Shaking My Hand continues this idea, as it seemed everything was fine between Taylor, Kanye, and Kim, but the situation with Famous proved the conflict between them was far from over, and that their apparent mending of their feud wasn't exactly true. In the bridge, Taylor dismisses all the drama and those who have hurt her, singing that those who really know her aren't going to be involved in that petty drama. This ties back into the preceding tracks, where Taylor sings about her lover seeing her for who she really is, but now Taylor includes her friends and her mother in the mix. It's essentially a way of saying that despite all the media shots and drama being hurled at her, the people who are close to her and love her know the truth, and that's all that matters. Forgiveness is a nice thing to do continues the comical and ironic nature of the song, the line being followed with, "I can't even say it with a straight face," and then a laugh. Shows Taylor doesn't really care about forgiving those who have done her wrong. Because in the end, she doesn't have to, nor does she have an obligation to. And this type of quote-unquote petty outlook ties into the aforementioned tinge of immaturity presented in the chorus. All in all, this track is Taylor mocking the ones who have done her wrong, being unapologetically shady about it, tying into the themes of immaturity and irony, and then showing comfort in the ones who are really there for her. The idea of finding comfort in those who are truly there for you despite all the drama is further explored in the next track, Call It What You Want. In the first verse, we're presented with lyrical parallels to previous tracks on the record, her castle crumbling overnight and bringing a knife to a gunfight. In Look What You Made Me Do, Taylor sings about her kingdom keys being taken and how the gun was hers. So the idea of Taylor's kingdom being taken from her is further reiterated, that something wonderful she had was destroyed, which is exemplified in This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. Her bringing a knife to a gunfight may be how the metaphorical gun she had in Look What You Made Me Do was taken from her. Thus, she was left at a disadvantage when having to deal with all this drama. However, as we explored in King of My Heart, Taylor's new kingdom is being with her lover, specifically in her bedroom. Her previous kingdom or castle crumbling doesn't matter to her anymore because she's found something new. She states how no one has seen her for months, and in that time, she's found this brand new lover who loves her for who she truly is. In the chorus, she sings of this lover. He loves her like she's brand new, indicating that he doesn't see her as damaged goods or less than because of all the drama and media branding she's been subjected to. The title itself refers to the idea of the media constantly labeling her relationships and defining them for her. She's saying you can call her relationship whatever you want, whether it be fake, a rebound, or just an excuse to write songs. She knows her relationship is true, as does her lover. In the second verse, Taylor is showing us how all the drama has given her this new hardened persona, her flowers growing back as thorns. She knows how to protect herself now, and while she's not on edge all the time, there's now a caution she can exhibit. She also takes shots at those who have done her wrong, but says that despite these phony individuals trying to interrupt her life, they mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. Through all her mistakes and drama she's been roped into, her lover is a light at the end of the tunnel for her. She has a love that's true. He sparks up her darkest nights. He's the one there for her, to help her throughout all the chaos. In the bridge, Taylor lets us know once more this lover truly knows her for who she is, and he doesn't own her just because she wears his initials around her neck. It's a symbol of him being the one throughout all the chaos that he was there for her, showed her love when she was down, showed her compassion when so many others wouldn't. This track is Taylor describing this seeming fall from grace, but despite that, her lover was there to catch her. The final track is New Year's Day, and it brings the entire record together. Notably, this track is softer, containing less electronic production and being a primarily acoustic track. It isn't self-parodying, it isn't angry, it isn't declarative, it's an honest, stripped-down look at Taylor, looking forward in life. The bulk of this record has been Taylor singing about how her past has hurt her, and as the record progresses, it becomes more evident the core of this record is about going from hurting to healing. The kicker of it all is that Reputation is a bait and switch of a record. It's about finding love throughout all the noise. In the beginning of the record, Taylor's declarative over her media-branded reputation. She owns up to it and then she mocks it. She then embodies this reputation in a fiery persona before slowing down, to let us in on the pain this reputation has caused her and how it may affect her new relationship. She fires back at those who've hurt her at full force, then takes time to let us in on her relationship, how she felt when she met her lover, how he truly knows her for who she is, and the worry she has if anyone finds out about them. And in the end, she no longer cares about those who hurt her, because in one of the darkest times of her life, she found a true love, someone who was there for her. And now she's ready to move forward with this lover. In the chorus of New Year's Day, Taylor's asking her lover not to read the last page. She doesn't want this to be an end to their relationship. After having the fear of the media jeopardizing her own relationship, she's come to learn that there is a long-term future for her and her lover. But knowing this, she still doesn't want it to end, and she promises to stay throughout all their personal struggles. Saying she'll be there to clean up bottles with him on New Year's Day shows that even after the mess, a New Year's Eve party, she's going to stay with him to clean up. This parallels her own journey, that even through all the mess of media branding and endless drama, her lover stayed with her throughout it all. In the second verse, Taylor lets us know this relationship will be a long road. Not only is this saying that they've been through so much throughout Taylor's drama, but that they've stayed together through it all, and will continue as time goes on. She once more lets her lover know she'll be there regardless of what happens to him. Closing out the track, Taylor brings back the slight hesitation seen in previous tracks. She doesn't want her lover to be someone who she falls out with, but can still recognize him despite them both growing apart. She tells him to hold on to the memories, and they'll give him as well as her comfort. If anything were to ever happen, they have their memories to remind them of their beautiful relationship and all they've been through. But through it all, she wants the love to last, and through all the chaos she's endured, it has. Reputation is arguably Taylor's strongest record, with its interconnected narrative, thematic parallels, and delicately crafted storytelling. While seen as a dark era motivated by vengeance, at its core, Reputation is about finding true love. It's about blocking out the ones who have hurt you and focusing on the one who unconditionally loves you. One who doesn't listen to drama or get involved with media politics. Because when someone loves you, truly, they see the real you. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this 3-part analysis of Taylor Swift's Reputation. The first part was my very first video on this channel, so it's amazing to see it all come full circle and finally come to a closing. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more future content on all your favorite pop stars.